Well, I'm super excited about this episode 9, which will be the final challenge for the outstanding artist, where we truly find out who the outstanding artist is.
I really believe this is going to be the best episode yet. And because the theme is in a new light this month, I think we will also see these artists in a new light.
Freezy, how does it feel to be on this side of things now?
How does it feel to be a planner?
To answer that
Did you bring
question,
your planner?
I must first
Revenge?
tell you, it's been a long journey to get here. It's well worth it. And
It's true.
I have so much to say, but I'm taking my time and being cautious and careful.
You're being cautious and careful.
As to not say too much.
Bring it on.
Wise, very wise.
It's never too much.
The question that you asked, how does it feel? It's like, okay, here, you gotta do a million things, do all this stuff in a hurry. Here, you're gonna get whipped by chains, you're gonna have to be tied with ropes, you're gonna have to be covered in mud. And then it's like,
Those are good ideas. Let's
How
write them
about-
out. I'm just kidding.
now you can tell other people what they can do. And I would say, I would think about that. And I would love for everyone to get to their full potential and reach the highest heights. And I would suggest many, many things. So, because everyone has so much to say, I would love for a chance to do that. And I thank you for your time.
And scene.
Okay, in all seriousness, I think that the final episode between whoever it is needs to answer the question, what really is an outstanding artist?
That's true, yeah.
Because if this is the final episode, the final challenge, it should be, like, what do we think is the most important, we would all agree the most important attribute an artist has, or the job of an artist, what an artist must do is emotionally compel another person.
Yeah, and it's to shine light on the human condition, right? That's what Schumann said.
Yeah, the heart.
Yeah.
Shine light on the heart.
And that's just so happens to coincide with
Right.
the theme for the month.
That's right.
So,
we should say, your painting must move us. It must be emotionally compelling.
So do you think we should give them more freedom then to just kind of
Hang themselves.
like see like to pull the best out in them and just see, like let them just have more freedom this time?
But give them lots of pressure. Like,
Constraints, yeah.
we gotta like cry. You gotta make us cry. You gotta make us laugh or something. You gotta move us emotionally. And maybe, what we should do is, for the first time, none of us actually see what they're painting. It's a big reveal. And you put like a black cloth over it. And
like
then,
for YouTube?
Yeah, just us two.
I mean, because we can't not see.
why? Why do we have to show them actually painting it?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean like during the actual episode? Like we don't show them painting?
I think that's what covers a majority of the episode, though.
Yeah. I don't think
Well, that
it's good.
challenges us to come up with other stuff.
What
I
should
disagree.
be? I like the thread you're on. Like, what if you and I don't see it and it's a surprise to us?
Yeah.
And so the camera, you guys are still filming them,
Yeah,
and the
yeah.
audience sees them, but they don't.
But you're not going to be helping
We're
them.
not giving them
going,
critiques.
yeah.
We're not giving them any critiques. So they're on their own. Like, I think that's a challenge. Like, they're not going to get any help. In every episode, we help them and tell them what they should do to make it better.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
It would really be cool this time if they had no one.
Do you think there's a way to film it only in close-ups so you don't know the impact of the painting? I would like it obscured from the audience as well, and obscured from.
No.
Oh yeah, because that then they're experiencing it with us when we see it for the first time. Like, only shoot close-ups.
But they might lose interest also. They might lose interest seeing the progress.
Yeah, maybe there's a way we could kind of fuse the idea with
Could we scrap
still
this
showing.
idea?
Maybe
Can you be like you don't show who is painting? Is that?
it would just be so difficult because even if you show people's hands, like you're gonna be able to tell the difference between Dino's hands and like Dolly's hands.
It's hard getting a good angle of them painting, like anyways, as is.
Yeah, it's super hard. And okay, so what I was
Yeah, but
thinking,
if you don't have a faraway shot, you only run the cameras up close. And all you do is close-ups. People love watching close-ups. They want to know how they're laying down the paint. That's how you learn. So you have a shot of their palette, you have a shot of close-ups only.
You could do
Okay,
side
now I'm
angles
getting
too,
the
so
picture.
there's like kind of some glare. Like you know how you do side, so like you can just sort of see the painting.
And then you don't need GoPros either, or you put the GoPro on
well,
them.
the GoPro doesn't show.
Yeah, it just shows.
just
the-
shows
Oh, that's right, that's right. Yeah.
GoPros are good.
Could I propose that you only get to use black and white and gray?
No.
No, because then that like
The
it takes
theme
away
is-
the creative freedom.
The theme is about light, so
Yeah.
it has to. Let's think more specifically. Like, what will the challenge be? Like, what are they gonna have to paint?
That's a good question.
I think the challenge should be open-ended and we just say we have to be moved emotionally.
But it also has to be something that's related to our club. So like it has to be something that's in a new light or like something translucent, transparent, something
We just say
along that.
it's up to your interpretation. I think the more rules you give them, then the easier it is. So if we just say, here's your challenge in a new light, however you want to see that. You interpret it as you want. You can do anything you want, however you want to do it. And you have, give them like lots of time, like 4 hours or whatever.
Oh man, they're gonna hate that.
And the one criteria is, whoever is going to be the outstanding artist. And we describe like the most important thing for an artist is to compel another person emotionally, to shine light on the human heart. That's our profession. You must do that. That's your challenge. And we just leave it at that. And then you don't show the whole big picture. You only bring the cameras close up. You show how they grab the paint and they lay it down, but you don't show what the outcome is until the big reveal. Then we do it really dramatic with like black cloth over it or like, and then we pull it off, one at a time. And
my
we
only
say,
thing-
this is this person, and then, we see it for the first time, and that's when Art Club's seeing it for the first time.
It's super cool if it was just like one 30-minute episode. But if it's two like 45-minute episodes, like we're just gonna show close-ups for 45 minutes.
It's getting really scattered.
All right, Freezy, let's hear some ideas.
Let's hear some non-scattered ideas.
For a mini challenge, is that what you want to talk about?
Just anything.
Anything? All right, what should the challenge be for them?
If you completely scrapped her whole idea so far, what would you have them do?
3 people painting wildcats.
It doesn't have anything to do with.
Daddy, look.
Which
There's
one's the
only
best?
gonna be 2 people though.
That's not hard enough.
I like what we said. We're just gonna leave it open-ended, and we don't see it. We're not
Only
giving
eyes.
critiques, okay?
Yeah.
I think
On a
it's
48
too
by 60.
complicated. It's too complicated
It's
to
gonna be
make
2
it
people painting, right?
so that
Yeah.
it's too complicated to make it so that like the audience is obscured or whatever. Like they don't see the results. I don't think you can pull that off. But it would be cool if you and I would.
I think it'll be way more impactful if you obscure it from the audience.
Okay. Listen to this.
But
What
then
if we
let's-
just listen to this? Come on. Listen to this. What if we obscured it from like a certain point on? Like, say they see them working on the painting up until the final, like, they see the first 2 hours. And so they see the whole beginning progression of the painting and the
I like
messy
that
stage.
idea.
Yeah.
And then in the end,
they're holding
that's
it.
what we obscure. We only show close-ups,
Yeah.
and we don't show anything like the final painting, the full picture. Like we completely even take away the main camera shot, so we don't even have that.
Yeah.
So that it's not even a part of it, and
That's
we
better.
just have it be. And we could even use that for just thinking, oh no, 'cause we don't.
Okay, guys, listen.
Wait, don't
You
interrupt,
got
Daddy.
so many ideas. The hardest thing to paint that I would imagine is crowds of people very big crowd in all the details.
It's so interesting. Somebody had that idea today and made it.
But it's not for this month. We have to stay with the theme of light, okay? We're not like painting anything new on.
Theme of light.
Okay. Sounds like
Within
Okay,
the
I
realm
think
of
we got
light.
the challenge down and we got the
We got a
general
plan.
idea. What we have to think about are the segments. So the first segment could be a mini challenge. Okay, and then you have like, you gotta have some build up, like interviews wise, like this is it, you know, how do you feel, blah, blah, blah. You know, lots of flashbacks. And then at the end, you know, it's like, there has to be like a strong, you know, guidance to Art Club on how to pick, you know, the person. Are they choosing based on how they've performed the whole show, or are they choosing only on this painting?
I think that no matter what we tell them, they're gonna choose based off of performance over the whole show. But I think that this painting and this episode is gonna have the biggest influence. Like maybe.
Okay, so don't guide them, just let them do it, vote how they want.
I don't know, yeah, because like if we guide them, then it's like we have to guide them, I think, before anyone paints. If we do, like if we say
All
this
other
episode-
shows, like the cooking shows, you're judged on the dish you make on your last challenge.
But
You're
if
not.
the judge is the judge, these people have
Yeah.
chance already. Council will vote for them, actually, probably regardless.
Yeah, the theme this time is to give them as much freedom as possible to let
they're
them,
made of.
because I mean it is the outstanding artist. Maybe we should incorporate the different elements of art somehow. Like maybe we can have them be judged somehow on how they incorporate all the different elements of art, you know?
Oh, well, if we kind of come up with like, what is the definition of, we could use that Kandinsky quote. And
What
he
is it?
says, he's talking about abstract art, and he says that not only doesn't, he's talking about abstract art, but we could use the quote and then kind of just work off of it.
Abstract is the highest form of art, and
Beca-
therefore
he says, because not only do you have to master all the elements of art, but above all, you must be a poet. You know, and so it's like we're saying to them, based on that quote, to be an outstanding artist, you must master all the elements of art and be a poet and move people, you know, emotionally.
yeah, I like that.
And so that's like, it's like that is what the ultimate artist is, right? Where are you laughing?
I'm sorry.
He's like meditating over.
He's like this. He's like
I'm just
so
soaking
serious.
it in.
He just starts levitating.
It's so funny.
So then we have to teach about the elements of art a little bit.
Yeah.
Do you see what I put
And-
up with, everyone?
And so that can be, you know, valuable for Art Club.
Yeah.
And we could have them, you know, respond and show them kind of studying up or thinking about it.
Yeah, that'd be good.
You could make them sketch first, their
Sketch?
idea.
Huh. Like a study?
Yeah.
Make them
That
write a
could be
poem
interesting.
about their
That's a plus.
painting.
That's nice.
But
Yeah,
then they
I
might
like that
spend
idea.
everything on the study.
They should make a poem. I like Brian's idea.
After they're done painting
Yes,
it or before?
after they're done.
Yeah.
They have like,
Or what if they have to
5
write?
minutes.
What if they have to write a poem and then paint
and then paint.
based on the poem?
Oh.
That's
Yes.
cool. That'd be very
Run with it.
Yeah, it's
People
easy
run
to
with
write
it.
a poem after you paint. It's really
Yeah.
hard to write a poem before you
And stay in your right now.
And it goes with that
illustrating it.
Kandinsky quote too.
Because, I mean, like, I could write a poem almost about any painting, but before,
Yeah.
I cannot.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. Let's
Isn't that
make them do
interesting
it.
how paintings are used for that?
To summarize, so we're going to have the beginning. Somebody's gonna get voted off, you know, sad, cry. And then after that, interviews, and then after that, we do the source making as a mini challenge instead of like a mini challenge. So they have 20 minutes to make their source. It's filmed, the whole thing. They're rushing, you know, and then after that, then maybe we can incorporate a poem after they make the source. No. Okay.
Skip the poem.
All right.
We could use that Kandinsky quote about the elements of art.
Yeah, but that's gonna be before they make their source, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I think the only thing we're really missing now is like a monkey wrench. What is the monkey wrench that we can throw in there?
What if we don't let them see each other if they're back to back?
I was thinking that too in the beginning.
Ooh, that would be cool. But
Like, they're on
then if they
different
just
easels.
turn around, you know what? What's the
No,
punishment?
they're on both sides.
Oh,
of the easel.
it's front to front.
But
Yeah,
the
front to front.
camera situation, can you get all? Oh, you only have.
No,
Yeah.
that would be perfect then for no
Yeah.
reveal because you have the 2 easels. That's a cool angle too, and then you have both close-ups on each side.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's a great idea. That's cool.
Because they're a lot of times I think you can drag each other down because you're like, all right, so and so's isn't looking so great. I'm all right. I'm safe.
Plus, it really
Yes.
makes them. It almost like is psychologically
Yeah.
messing with them because
Yeah.
it's like they're alone in it. You
Yeah.
know? Like they don't have
Yeah.
anyone to like turn to
No
talk to.
critiquing.
Yeah.
It's
nothing.
just them and their painting for the
Yeah,
whole time.
that's
And
right.
maybe we have them do it all in one session. We don't have them like it's like a 4-hour like sprint.
Alla prima.
All a prima. They don't get any breaks. There's no overnight. We
Yeah.
do the first half the first day, and then the second day we just do a 4-hour sprint. Then we do the critique, or maybe we don't even do critique. What do you think?
Yeah, no critique. It's
Yeah.
just the reveal.
Yeah, a reveal, and
Then
then
they vote.
Who you guys think's gonna win?
the whole thing.
Because truly we don't know right now.
How could you dare ask that question?
I think.
Who do you think's gonna win, Freezy?
I think it's gonna be
We'll
Daphne.
answer that.
Which one of your kids is better?
I think it's gonna be
See?
Daphne too.
Yeah.
You think Daphne? I have a feeling it could be Dahlia.
Yeah, I
I'd say
think
it's
maybe
me.
Dahlia has more support.
It's
Dahlia
art
is
club.
uber charismatic and has like
Yeah.
like
Yeah, Daphne's not really
Dahlia
a
is
character.
okay. I agree. I think Dahlia is has a lot of charisma, but she also is a wild card. And if she had a bad day,
Yeah.
then she would lose for sure.
yeah.
Like
She-
Daphne is more likely, like steadily,
Steady.
will get the same, probably consistent votes.
It's the tortoise and the hare.
Yeah.
But let the record show that nobody knows, and that is the truth.
Dino's the underdog, and if he actually makes it past this, he has a real good chance, especially if we make them do something transparent. Because he's
Yeah,
better
that's
at
true.
realism than the other two.
Mm-hmm.
So, because I
And
cannot
Dino's
see,
very charismatic too.
I can't see either Daphne or Dahlia pulling off transparent.
What if we really threw a monkey wrench in there and we didn't make it so that anyone got voted out this time? Because everybody's expecting someone to get voted out. And we just made it so that whoever wins really, oh no, because it's the final one, so we can't like really give a big advantage, you know?
What do you mean the final one though? I mean,
It's the final episode. I mean, it's the final challenge. The next episode that we film in May is just gonna be like, congratulations, this person won, and then we throw money on them.
Do we have slow-mo?
Okay, so, all right, so we're going to announce the results. It's a mystery to both of us, and it really could be any of you guys. It's a very sad thing to think about, but I mean, there's only
no matter
one winner.
who is out, I'm going to be very sad.
Yeah. And you all three are very deserving, so
Yeah.
just know that it's just the way things happen.
It's the way the cookie crumbles.
Okay, so I'm going to take out the results. And we know.
I'm not going to look because
I'm
if
just
I
gonna do
look,
this so
then
you
I'll
can't-
look at whoever
All right.
it is. So I'm not
So
going to look.
first, with 45.99% of the votes,
Wow.
Daphne, you won.
Oh. That's a big win.
Okay. And this is really close. It was a very, very close one, guys, okay? I'm gonna read second place so I don't have to say who lost. With 28.2% of the votes, Dahlia, you got second place.
Oh.
I'm really sorry, Dino, but you had 25.9% of the votes. Really, really close. Congratulations to the two of you. And I'm really sad, Dino, that you have to go.
Yeah, that's okay. Aw, Dino.
I felt bad for Dino to be voted out, but I did kind of think he might be the one. I didn't really expect it to be Dino. I actually thought it would be Daphne. I was like, oh, that's so sad. I would think it would be down to me and Daphne somehow. but I was thinking like Daphne's painting wasn't, I don't know, to me, like, we both said it wasn't like our favorite. Dino's was really cool. I like Dino's the best.
But you did so, yeah, you did, and you did so well. You beat out Freezy, you beat out Miranda, you beat out Jake, you beat out Kate.
Yeah.
You're only 15.
Well, honestly, I feel like everything's meant to happen and everything happens for a reason. So I guess it just wasn't my time. And I guess Daphne and Dahlia are just meant to win, either one of them. So I am totally happy that I made it to the last round, and I'm very proud of myself. Technically, in terms of speaking, I got 3rd place. So that feels good. And I'm not upset, and I don't feel sad or like distraught that I lost or that I'm not in the TV show anymore. I mean, of course, like losing out on the opportunity of winning $10,000 is, you know, a little bit like disappointing, but I'm not like that upset. I feel like I am just meant to work harder for $10,000, and I'll just get $10,000 another way.
I think people vote for just regardless, though, who they. There's no like requirements, you know.
You did really well, Dino. You're an outstanding artist, even if you didn't get the moolah.
I think the biggest thing that I learned on the show was how like that having a good attitude is so important, and your attitude really just shows everything. It is where your thoughts and your emotions come into play and how you act on them. And we all definitely struggle from time to time on that, but I definitely feel like this show helped me overcome having a bad attitude.
Maybe one of your sisters will share with you.
I was gonna share it with 2nd place, but if I won.
Oh, it's fine. You don't have to share with me, but I was gonna share.
No, I was saying 2nd place, not 3rd place.
If I would have won, I would have shared with you, but don't feel obligated. I'm really sad that Dino got voted out, and I actually wanted him to win out of all 3 of them. I felt like he wanted it the most, and he was the most serious about it.
It's okay, Dino.
Well, you
doesn't
try
like
to think
that.
about your styles.
Hey, camper, that doesn't like that.
I guess I learned that I have a short fuse.
I wanted to see Dino do this challenge just because the challenge that's this month is really his thing.
Yeah.
He is very good at painting light, and I think that he would really shine in this challenge, and he kind of didn't get his chance to do, you know, sort of the ultimate challenge that would have fit him so perfectly.
Yeah, it was unexpected. I didn't think, like, I thought it would even come to a tie maybe, and then we would have to like do something like a challenge, like a mini challenge, or I don't know. I did feel very sorry for him because it sucks when you're like that close to winning. If I lose, or if I, like what I was planning to react, how I was planning to react if I did lose this time was the same as Dino, like convince myself it's okay, don't show emotion.
Like I said before, I'm not sad, really.
All right, Dino, time to turn in your overalls. Goodbye.
Bye.
I want a hug. I'll never see you again. Yeah, good job, Dino.
Thanks.
I'm sad.
Okay, so are you guys ready to hear your final challenge?
Yes.
And here's a little hint. If Dino was still in the race, in the competition, he probably would win this one. So, it's going to be pretty challenging, but the good news is you guys can basically paint whatever you want with whatever materials that you want. You have total freedom because in this final episode, we really want to see what you're made of, what you really bring to the table. So, you know, you're going to want to do your very, very best work and, you know, truly show what is an outstanding artist.
So we were thinking all together, what really makes an outstanding artist? What differentiates one artist from another? Why is one outstanding and another one just like, wow, they're a really great artist? But really what differentiates like the best of the best? And what we came up with is, number one, well, we really like that Kandinsky quote that he has about abstracts, where he says that, you know, a great artist, he says a great abstract artist, but you could just say a great artist is someone who has mastered all the elements of art, but above all is a poet. So we believe that what we want to see out of these paintings is a mastery of the elements of art. So, you know, value, line, texture, scale, color, right? So all form, all the elements of art, composition, to get it all in there at a mastery level, do your very best, but above all, be a poet. We believe that an outstanding artist must first really move the audience emotionally. So your challenge is to really move us emotionally. Mm-hmm. We want to really be impacted by your artwork. And you can choose any subject matter you want, except that the only thing is to keep in trueness of what the art challenge is for Art Club this month, which is in a new light. You need to have something in your painting that is transparent or translucent, see-through, light shining through, that transparency, that translucency, and you know, light should be a key element in your painting.
So, you guys have 4 hours to paint your painting, and it's all a prima. You're doing it all at once. So there's no breaks, except there will be 2 interviews during your painting time, like 3 to 5 minutes, so we'll factor that in. But besides that, it's 4 solid hours of painting. And you guys are gonna be painting on the same easel back to back, so you're not gonna be able to see each other's paintings, you know, the whole time. It's just you and your painting. We really want you guys to be in the zone and just focus and not worry about what the other person's doing, which can be a challenge in itself too. And then we are not going to be there at all. We're not going to give you a critique. We're not going to see your paintings at all until the very end, because we really want to see your painting and like have it with fresh eyes. Like if we see it the whole time, you know, we're understanding your process, and we won't have fresh eyes looking at it as a finished product. So we just want to have that surprise and like really be hit emotionally and see, you know, which one's more emotional. So just remember what we were talking about with, you know, being a poet and just trying to really express yourselves on the canvas and just show that you're an outstanding artist, which we know both of you are. Because you're painting on the same easel back to back, we're not gonna allow any interactions between you guys. It's just, like I said, you're just focusing on your painting. And because this is the very last challenge, we want to see you guys do your very best. You can both listen to music.
Oh, that is super. That's gonna be the most real one then. Yeah.
So we want to see the very best.
And just keep in mind, we won't see you again until we actually see your paintings. So you guys understand the challenge, and I personally am super excited to see you know, what you come up with. It's going to be a great surprise for us, so we're looking forward to that. But the catch is you only have 20 minutes to make your source, and it's going to be timed. So,
oh my gosh, how do you expect a masterpiece to come out of it?
That's right. Well, you're outstanding artists, so
it's possible. I can tell you, it's possible.
I'm just kidding.
I've done it before. It's definitely possible.
I think a part of this brings us to a great point. I think a part of being an outstanding artist is getting to the end of yourself and tapping into that source that inspires us. And if I were you, I would realize, yeah, this is a challenge beyond me. I can't possibly come up with something brilliant on my own in 20 minutes and, you know, wow people with it and be a poet. I really need God. I need that source of inspiration. I need that divine hand to touch me and that kiss from heaven that's gonna make this happen, right? So you guys can do it.
I believe in
You're
you.
both humble. You both have that connection. I believe, you both can do it. We wish you the very best. And the next time we see you will be when you're finished with your painting.
All right, guys, you have 20 minutes to finish your sources. Time starts now.
Oh no.
Transparency. All right, who do you think is going to win between Daphne and Dahlia?
Honestly,
It really, you can't.
in the last few rounds, it could have been anyone, because it's like you know, with these challenges, there's a lot of pressure, and anybody could fold at any point and basically, get frustrated, have a bad attitude, not do well. It could happen to anybody. So I guess I could see either one of them really winning, and I could see either one of them losing. I would say Daphne has been the most consistent.
Yeah.
She's never really been at the bottom.
Just gonna not say anything. I'm just gonna stand over your shoulder the whole time.
Perfect.
Oh yeah, really good. Horses. I love horses.
No, you can't say anything.
But that's a
She's
zebra.
not supposed
I've
to know
never heard of
what
that
I'm doing.
artist. It's cool stuff.
Yeah.
Tigers are better.
I'm trying to see some sort of idea.
Oh, that's a good
That's
wolf.
definitely your style. That one.
Yeah.
I like that wolf right there.
I'm trying to get an idea, but not
Wolves
take
are
it
very
completely.
dominant, Daphne.
Yeah.
It's good to show that right now in this point of the competition.
I like her
Ooh,
hands,
yeah, that's nice.
but I'm not gonna.
With that, you could do
A lone
anything
wolf.
with like the
You
background.
gotta show
and her
who's
face.
boss.
She's worried he's giving it away, but we're not even listening.
A bear. That's good.
That's
a
good.
big bear.
Actually, put that right in the face.
That's a good one. No, not a seagull.
Okay.
I have no idea what's coming. Brian, your team's going down.
No way, dude.
Did you know this was
If you
teams?
saw what she's working on right now, dude. No.
If you saw what she's working on right now, I mean,
I'm really looking forward to seeing who wins on this one. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
I've always seen me and Daphne as more of equals. There's just something about our, friendship, being sisters. I'm really excited to paint and not be able to see Dahlia's painting. I feel like that's a really good tactic because we both can just focus. Because honestly, it makes it hard in a lot of the other episodes when you see other people's paintings and you're like comparing yourself and thinking about like what's gonna be better in the end instead of just focusing on your painting. So that's what I am mostly excited about.
Are you ever like erasing
Very
something on here and you're like almost done and it's like perfect and then you accidentally like hit the wrong spot and erase an
Yeah, but
important
you
part
can
of the
just do
source?
that. Like undo.
Yeah.
wow, you seem to really know what you're doing.
Kind of.
Confidence is key. Well done, ladies. Well done.
Going on the opposite side of each other actually helps. Having music helps. I think for me, because we moved to Miami and we just got married, me and Elijah, I think that it's really hard. I don't have all my art supplies with me. So that is a disadvantage for myself. I feel like my style or my, what I do best is just kind of the background and like having more of like the emotion come out of like the colors and the marks and the different elements of the background. So that's what I wanted to like more, push more.
You guys got 15 minutes left.
That's enough time. You need to have texture, line, color, value, all of the main things that make like a masterpiece of a painting. I was thinking about it, and as I was thinking, just the perfect vision came in. So I think that must be something I have to paint. I feel really good about being able to listen to music. That definitely is going to help. I think that's probably the #1 difficult thing throughout everything. Because honestly, I feel like I can paint all the time with different limitations, but music usually helps to get through the limitations. So I think it'll be really good this time.
Man, 20 minutes is plenty of time for you guys.
I started to think that too.
It's just if you change your mind, then
Yeah, if we change our mind, then we're out of time.
I didn't think about that. I guess it's a good idea to make a playlist that's specifically for it. I don't know. Maybe I'll do both. I don't know. It's part of my process.
I know that I really care about winning, and I have like just the drive to like try my best. And if it works, then it works, and I would be super excited. Like I would at this point be super sad if I lost. So that would, I mean, at least I'm really, really, really grateful and happy that I came this far. That tells me a lot, and it gives me a lot of confidence in myself. So I'm happy with even just where I am.
I think what I'm trying to do is evoke a strong emotion by using mostly the background, and the image will just be kind of a part of it. So I'm pretty excited for the background. I think like I have a good idea of how I want to do it, and to kind of like have the background have a lot of emotion also.
Well, that did not work. I tried taking off one girl's head and putting on another one's, and that was a mistake.
Is it a mistake? Let's see.
No, you missed it. The only thing I wasn't really happy with was the actual model's face. She's beautiful, but it was like a little bit too sad. I had an idea while they were talking, and I put it together in my head, but like actually finding the source for it is hard, and I just had to go with one that was like close enough to it. So that seems to be really hard.
It's very hard to like have to make the source that fast and be like committed to it, because normally I don't spend that much time. Like I could make a source that fast easily. You know, I even make them faster sometimes, but I usually make like 10, and then I'll choose one that I like and kind of work on it, like add to it later or something like that. So it feels like a big thing to just make one really fast and then just paint it right away. So I think that it's not that it makes it hard, but it just makes me doubt myself a little bit without seeing what else that I could have made in that time.
Lady Daphne, what kind of emotions are you trying to convey?
I'm going for something very impactful and peaceful.
I love the contrast.
What emotions are you going for here, Dahlia?
Relatable, but in a way that is not right in someone's face, like something that makes them think. And I guess sort of peaceful.
had to change the other thing I had in there because it looked too sad. But it was the right angle, so then now I'm trying to find.
Oh, I see. Oh, that's gonna look great.
Thanks.
Good work. It's hard to find a happy looking model.
You can always flip like the way that they're like if they're this way that you can flip it, but it's like how far down everything is.
Yeah.
This time they're not going to have any critiques from us. Like they're just totally on their own.
Yeah.
So they have definitely more freedom and it's more of a challenge, I think. Especially because they can't even compare their painting. Like they're not going to see each other's paintings. So it's just like the whole thing's a mystery.
And we told them we're expecting them to be completely brilliant and poetic and move us emotionally. And we all know that when you try too hard, it doesn't work. So
exactly.
Five minutes, guys.
Oh. How much minutes? How many minutes?
3 minutes left.
I feel like at this point it's very equal in like who deserves to win. Like we both put in our best effort and we both are really good artists and like I don't know. I don't feel like I can choose who like is more deserving, who deserves to win more.
All right, 1 minute.
Oh my goodness.
All right, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, I was hoping for a better alarm. Oh, cool. Wow, you guys got a lot done.
Oh yeah.
I think that we got past the biggest challenge just now where we were making the sources. I think like just the fact that we have to stick to what we did, because normally me and Daphne, we were talking, we were saying like normally we make about like 10 or just a couple, and you decide like based on one it will lead you to another, or one of them works and some of them don't. But now we're going with like the first of that batch, let's say. So I think that was the hardest part, that we just have to go with what we did.
All right, guys, take a screenshot of whatever you have right now. That's gonna be your source for the painting. You can't change it or add to it. We're gonna print that off as is. You guys got it? Screenshots?
Yeah.
I'm super excited to see what they actually create, and I'm so glad that I have not seen any sources. I really honestly have no clue what they're gonna paint, and I won't know until I see it.
Well, congratulations guys, you made it to the final challenge. You guys did so awesome so far, and I'm sure you guys are gonna do really great in this painting. So obviously Ellie and Demetra aren't here right now, and that's because they can't see you guys while you're painting, so that they have that sort of first time lookers experience when they see you guys painting. That way it's a little bit more of like an objective experience for them when they're talking about your guys' painting at the end. So obviously you guys already know the rules. You have 4 hours completely uninterrupted except for 2 interviews, and you guys aren't allowed to look at each other's paintings. So the whole entire time it's just you in the zone with your headphones, your music. So I'm excited to see what you guys create. So with that being said, let's get the challenge underway. So I'm gonna set a timer for 4 hours. We'll be letting you know periodically how much time you have left. And you can start in 3, 2, 1, go. It's a race to get the headphones on. Okay.
I am so curious to know what it is they're going to paint subject matter wise. What do you think? What are your predictions?
Well, I've seen Dolly in the past paint like a portrait with like that, remember that glowing light in her head? Mm-hmm. So I could imagine if she chose like an easy, I don't know. It's really hard to say, but if like since she's done that before, maybe she'll stick with that theme and try that idea again. And then for Daphne, I really don't know. Like, I've never seen her paint besides like a dragonfly or a butterfly, like nothing that's really translucent or...
Yeah, I think if I'm not factoring in the translucent and their go-to subject matter, I would predict Dahlia will do a figure or a portrait for sure, and Daphne will do a horse, possibly a person on a horse. So, I don't know, maybe, yeah, the translucent thing is
I have no idea. It could be anything.
I could see Daphne doing like maybe a girl with a veil or a horse behind a veil. I don't know. maybe a horse coming through a curtain or something.
Maybe it'll just be abstract, like lights in the background, just abstract, glowing something.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I started out thinking, like before we started making the sources, I thought I would choose a really strong image and then like go from there, but I feel like that's what I always assume that the audience likes, or that's what I think would be what other people think is a strong, shows a strong emotion. So that was my first idea, but then I thought that's not really usually when I try to do that, it doesn't really work that well.
I just really liked the position of her hands because she's like holding these, like I saw this vision of like holding all of these I don't know, lines that were wrapped around her, and it seems poetic to me. Like it just came to me, and I think it is something about emotions in general, like holding all of that and balance and everything. So I don't know, I think I'll just have to adjust a lot while I'm painting, which will be pretty hard, but I think I can do it.
I think Dahlia's slightly better at realism.
Yeah, this is gonna be really interesting to see how they paint this next theme, because neither of them are, really realistic painters, and I don't think I've ever seen either of them paint light or something with that theme.
Translucent, yeah. Will they try too hard, or will they hold back, or or just allow that? It's really all about being a conduit and just allowing that creative spirit to flow through you instead of working it.
Mm-hmm.
Dimitra has kind of felt above us in a way. I mean, I don't know how Daphne feels. To me, because she's like ahead in her career, she's just been doing it for longer, and we kind of looked up to her. And so I feel like because we took the mastery program together and we did everything together in art, like that pace, I feel like we're both equally deserving. I don't know how to say it. I would be really sad if I won and she lost, but I would also be like really happy, of course. I also would be really happy for her if she won. So I can't say. Not, seeing the whole process. I think that kind of sways us sometimes when we see everything.
Or you see their attitudes or how they like handle things. It definitely sways my point of view. I think if we hadn't watched Freezy at all in the process and all we saw was results, we might have been easier on him. But sometimes he just didn't handle situations, like he should have, and it definitely affected how I felt about the painting.
every single thing is going wrong with this painting. Every single thing. Like, there's nothing working. I am worried. There's nothing good about it, and it's just, that's what the painting wants. I think Daphne's meant to win, and there's just... I have. It's just the markers don't work. The paint is not, I mean, maybe because it's not my stuff, I don't know. It's like...
But, you know, we're not voting. Art Club's voting, and it's Art Club that is going to see, you know, the process. So it's really Art Club that, you know, is you know, ultimately going to choose. I'm so glad we don't have to choose. That's all I can say.
I know.
I wouldn't, it would be terrible. Could you imagine?
So Dahlia, how are you feeling?
Probably the worst ever. There's a lot of pressure because it's the last time. Like, it's cool that I made it this far, but I had a lot of expectation for myself coming into it, and I think, like, I was imagining that it would be like a really, really good painting. I didn't think about winning or not. I just thought like, oh, I'm gonna make a really cool painting. But it's turning out, I'm not trying to sound too negative, turning out to be like one of my least favorite things I ever made. Because all along the way there's problems, and it's like knowing what to fix. It's like the motivation is going away slowly because the end result that I see in my head is like completely different now, and so I'm not as excited.
So, how are you feeling, Daphne?
I feel pretty good.
I feel like it's going pretty well.
Uh-huh. What's been the biggest challenge so far with your painting?
These legs right here.
Yeah.
I think they look fine now, but I was having really hard time. I redid them like 10 times in the beginning. But I think it's just, just like getting the proportions right. It's usually the hard thing for me.
Where do you think it started to go wrong?
Just, I don't know, like I said, every step, like when I first started with drawing it out, it's really hard to get the proportions right. So when I don't do it right, then it looks really cartoony. And then I did it with pens because I couldn't find a pencil. I don't have any of my materials with me. So borrowing every material is really difficult to not be familiar with this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then it just started going down. I mean, like, I know what I should do now, but inside it doesn't feel like good. I don't feel good.
What is it that you feel like you need to do in order to fix it?
Just work in oil paint, like fixing all of the face, trying to get it more like the source. And I want to fix the hand with the lines, but I can't find a pen that works, a black pen that works. There's like a very specific way to do the lines, so that's another thing, like if I don't have them. So just have to fix a lot of that part down there and then the face and work in oils for a while.
So what are you like most loving about your painting so far?
I like the whole thing. I like the background. It's basically what I was going for, having all of this here and then go into more calm space over here. So pretty happy. This part I worked on a lot, like over and over, and it turned out pretty good.
Yeah, super
So I
soft,
feel-
really like transitioning from that sort of like almost like chaotic, but in a good way, abstract into like a soft, peaceful.
Yeah, that was kind of what I was going for, so I feel good about that.
So what are you like trying to do to convey the idea of like transparency?
Well, I thought they said light, like new light,
Mhm.
right? So this is what I was trying to make more like glowy, like it's going into light,
Mm-hmm.
like a new light. Isn't that what it's about? A new light?
Yeah, the theme is in a new light, but they said to like convey the idea of transparency.
But didn't they? I mean, how I heard it, they
Yeah.
were just saying something with light, so that means transparency. But to me, light doesn't always have to be transparent,
Mm-hmm.
right? I mean, I don't think so.
Yeah, it's just when I don't know. When they explained it, they said like you need to have like for the theme for art club, it's like they have to paint something that's either like transparent or translucent, and like to incorporate that somehow into your painting.
Well, I can go over this with transparent.
Just transparent glaze.
Because I feel like it will, with my idea, this will feel like it's going into light.
Mm-hmm. It
So-
looks really good. It's a super cool abstract, and like completely different, but somehow unified at the same time. You know, it's cool. I like it. What do you hope to accomplish in the next 2 hours?
I mostly want to work on this,
Mhm.
making it more detailed and like, I don't know, just to get the colors right and I don't know, all the edges and everything. And then I want to work on this to make it more like glowy, but yeah.
Are you gonna do oils, or are you just gonna stick with acrylics?
I think I'll probably do some oils. Yeah. Because I've been doing acrylics for a while and I feel like it's getting a little bit, it's not really getting more as soft as I want it to be.
What has the music been helping you?
Yeah, but my AirPods ran out of battery.
Oh no. Oh, they ran out completely?
Well, I don't know if the case is, yeah,
Womp womp.
a really big, yeah.
Well, maybe we could get you a charger out here. What emotions are you trying to convey with this? Or what emotions were you trying to convey in the beginning, and has that changed at all?
I was just trying to make it like, just to feel like this whole situation here was more like a poetic thing, like she was saying. I don't know about like exact emotions, just emotions in general. Each person could read it differently, mostly just like to make someone think. So I don't know about emotions. I mean, I wasn't going for sad. It kind of looks sad, but maybe because I'm putting that in there. But I was going for peace and making someone think about the meaning.
So is that what you're still trying to do with it?
Yeah, trying to at least make it the best that it can be. And at least, I mean, if we have 2 hours left, I think I can get it a little bit better. And I'm not like hating it, it's just, it's making me upset. But I think it could turn around.
Well, I think it still has like a ton of potential. I love like this area of her and like the drips right here. That's super cool, like how you decided to do that. And I think that the background looks really good and her hair looks really good. And like that sort of like messy, loose, fun like hair up here, and like I think just continuing that down. Of course, fixing the proportions will help a lot. And I like the colors that you're adding into her face right here. So I think it has a lot of potential. Definitely, I would not give up, because you know you're literally only halfway through, so a lot could change. Like I said before, it might help to, take a picture on your phone and look at it side by side with the source. But I think it has a lot of potential, and it still is really cool.
Thanks.
Yeah. And we'll get you a charger for your AirPods. So has the emotion that you're trying to convey changed at all throughout the painting, or do you feel like it's kind of stayed the same? And could you just like explain what that is again?
I think basically the emotion I was trying to express was like basically what you were saying, having it like wild and chaotic and going into like peaceful. So that's what I feel like it stayed, pretty much what I wanted it to do. How I wanted it to feel is how it's feeling. Yeah. How has the music been helping? Has it been helping a lot? Oh, definitely way better. I don't know how we have been painting all this time without it, because it's like before when we were just listening to everyone else. It's like when you have a bunch of thoughts in your head while you're trying to paint, except like times however many people are in the room.
Yeah.
And then when you listen to music, it like quiets everything. So
what music have you been listening to?
Just all kinds of music.
Yeah.
I don't know, like I was listening to more fast-paced music, and then I just started listening to more slow music because I don't know, felt like time for that.
Do you like to like slow down your music when you're like painting more detailed stuff, or? Yeah, usually, usually I start out listening to fast-paced music, and then I get really tired because it's like it feels like I get a bunch of energy, and then I start to just get like tired. So then I'm like, okay, like I'm gonna listen to more calm music. Yeah.
So.
Cool. Well, I'm excited to see the continuation of this piece evolve. Good job.
I really want to win. Like I really, really can't lose now. It's the very last one. So I don't know how to describe that, but besides that, just the painting itself, it was the only painting that I actually really loved that I did so far.
It was very different because there was like, it felt like I was just doing it by myself. Every other episode, it felt like there was a lot more people in the room. And like, but the other challenges were, yeah, I think this one was just definitely the easiest challenge. Like the painting part.
It's really important to be aware of your emotions and be aware of your self-control and choosing battles, kind of like thinking, like every time I felt like walking away, every time I felt like just taking a break or backing up, like it's really helpful to, in that moment you choose more than any other time, you choose to keep working on it. And I think that's how it is with everything in life, but especially in art, you just have to keep breaking through.
I guess that the theme of the month is transparent, painting something transparent. So probably want to do that. But I don't know. I feel like anytime that what I think is the best thing to do is just go with your instinct and your gut and like whatever you feel like painting. That's what I did, and that's what Dahlia did too. I feel like they both turned out to be good paintings because we just went with our idea from the beginning.
Okay, Daphne, how are you feeling?
I feel pretty good still.
Yeah, still.
Kind of the same. Feels like I haven't done very much. even though I've been working on it the whole time.
Well, it feels like, you know, you kind of like refined it and softened the light over here, like made it more like portal-like almost, which, you know, that's sort of what you were talking about before. Dahlia, it looks way better. Like you've done such a good job of fixing it up. The lips look a lot better, the nose, all of it looks a lot better. How are you feeling about it?
Just really good. I'm really happy with it. I think it feels like new for me, but I don't know, like a new type of, it's my style, but then it went further or something. I don't know. It's interesting.
I love how her hand is like sort of playing with the strings almost right there. It's super cool. Very interesting. The one thing about her face I would watch out is like this side of her chin feels like it should come out a little bit more. That's only like, you know, main thing. But yeah, I mean, how are you, what are you gonna focus on in the last 30 minutes?
Yeah, probably some stuff in the eyes, I guess. They were, I don't know, I don't know if I should say people were saying, whatever. I guess I have to work on the eyes and maybe like the chin, like you said. I think the chin is much softer and fades and has like softness, so I have to work on that, and then I feel done. I don't know. I don't really want to keep like overworking it because it feels done in a lot of areas.
Yeah, definitely. Well, congratulations on fixing it a lot.
Yeah.
I like what you did with her arm too, the front arm. It looks a lot better that way. And like she's kind of like melting into the background, you know. That's good. All right. Has anything changed for you? Not much changed, like in terms of how you're feeling about it, or?
Yeah, I was thinking of adding something over here, but I'm kind of still deciding because it feels like it's like a little bit too empty, but maybe that's good. I don't know.
So is that what you're gonna work on in the last 30 minutes, or what are you planning to do in the last 30 minutes?
I was planning to work on this here because I feel like it got a little too green.
The tail.
And then I also really don't like this foot. So I don't know, just kind of like the same thing I was doing, just fixing little things here and there.
Cool. Well, I think it's looking great. It's definitely got the feeling that you were going for. Yeah, I think it looks awesome.
I added this so that it feels more transparent. That's
good.
Just like the little, I don't know. I mean, that's transparent, but it's not light. You know? This is, so whatever, I don't know.
It's
it
like
counts.
running into a new light.
Yeah, that's what I was trying, that's what my original idea was, so.
Cool. All right, well, looking good. Keep at it. And excited to see the finished product. Okay, 3 minutes left.
Oh my goodness. This is definitely the best painting I've done in the TV show.
Oh yeah, me too.
What'd you say, Daphne?
Honestly, I feel like the easiest part of this was just having your own easel and being able to listen to music. like just having space and just being able to just like it's almost exact same limitations as before, except for that.
Okay, guys, you have only 5 seconds left.
Oh, gee.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Brushes down. Woo!
I was doing my signature and it says DAL. Salvador Dal.
Yes. Okay, you guys can look at each other's paintings now.
Oh, that's pretty. That's really pretty. I like it a lot.
I did not even know what you were painting. I didn't even know it was a horse.
You made it sound so horrible.
It was. I'll show you pictures. I like the scribbles on the horse. That looks like someone drew on it, like a person drew on the horse.
Dull. Thank you.
Splitsies?
I think I have bigger this time.
Let's just count them.
Do you want to see what it looked like in the beginning? Look.
The face is just wider than the photo. Oh, I see. Oh, but the hair looks really good now. I mean, how you did it.
That's because I almost painted over the whole thing like 2 or 3 times, and then I just...
You're like, I'll stop there. I like it.
Thanks.
Started out doing a background. It was great. I was having a lot of fun. It was really nice to be able to listen to music and just felt like I was just by myself painting. But then I started doing the drawing, which went all right, but when I was measuring things, the legs were very difficult and they were getting really messed up, and I had to redo them like 10 times. I redid like one of the legs probably 10 times.
How everything went today, like always, it was emotional for me, and I had to really tell myself to push through. And at one point I was just thinking, I don't care about money, I don't care about any of this. I had to convince myself like none of this matters anymore. I'm just done, and I'm just gonna, I didn't want to quit, but I had no expectation. But in that point, I'm happy that I got there, that like I realized if I held on like less, if I didn't think about the pressure as much, then something good came out of it. And I am very proud of the painting.
Okay, Daphne, which one's better?
I don't know. They're so different.
I don't want to run. Give me a chair. I'm walking.
Are we walking down the aisle?
Where you walk.
Oh, I don't know. Just.
This is like a walk of trust.
This is kind of scary.
It's scary to walk. I can't see anything.
Okay.
Swirly. Did you guys see our sources or nothing?
Nothing.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, guys. You can take off your blindfolds in a few seconds. Not yet. Daphne, count with me. 3, 2, 1. Oh, wow. Oh my goodness, you didn't say anything.
Daphne, Dahlia. I'm just looking. I'm looking. I love the vortex, or not vortex, what is that? Just like, it looks like a tunnel. Like you want to just go in it.
You were so right. You were guessing Daphne would paint a horse running into the light, and she did.
Very realistic, Dahlia.
I don't know which one I like more. I really don't know.
Well, pretty good, you guys, considering you did it all at once in 4 hours.
Yeah. I think it's definitely both your best paintings for sure out of, the whole show.
Oh yeah. There's a lot of things that I really love and I'm impressed with, and it's such a hard, task, honestly, and tons of pressure. But I'm trying to see where the transparency, see through in a new light, like that part on both of them.
Yeah, I kind of feel the same way. I would say the emotional part though, like which one just hits me more, makes me like ask questions and stuff, would be the horse one. Like it feels like Daphne's, it just feels like she's like, I don't know, like something new is about to happen, and there's like leaving a world of chaos into like something brand new and bright. And I guess I do wish the white part, or whatever's supposed to represent light, was more glowing or more powerful.
Yeah, and then like for Dahlia's, like I love the hair and how it works into the abstract, and I love like the face.
I love the hand too.
Yeah, I think the shoulders are a little discombobulated, and I don't see the transparency or translucence or.
What about in her face and in her arms and in her body, how it's all transparent? You can see the underlayers and how she's like part of the background. And to me, I was thinking, because of saying it poetically, like because we were talking about poetry, all of that, I was thinking like she is vulnerable and open and transparent with her heart. That's the whole thing. Like in a I'm trying not to be so direct, but if you guys can't figure it out, then I'll just tell you. I mean, like, she's like holding her heartstrings, those kinds of things.
I can
like,
see that.
That's what I was kind of going for, like theme-wise. It's
right.
like transparent or in a new light, in a different way, like seeing herself in a new way, or I don't know.
Yeah, I guess for both of them, I definitely see the in a new light, transparent, ideas, but visually, other than like the girl, like her cheek is a little transparent and in her body, I don't know, like that part is more, I don't know, it's less visual, it's more like intellectual or thematic.
Yeah.
The transparency for both of them.
I think the whole time for both of us, but I'll just speak for myself, it was like just really, really like there was so much pressure to make a good painting, to make it the best we possibly could, and not knowing what Daphne did at all. I'm just trying to be like, okay, I need to, like, I had a really, 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 really hard first few hours. I fixed it in the last 2 hours. And then I just tried to make it whatever it could be. And I kind of forgot like the whole theme. And plus making the source, I wanted to go with a different model, but it was like we had to go with the last one we made.
I like how they both definitely are your styles, for sure.
I about like the light or transparency, I thought the whole thing was about light. I thought the month is called In a New Light. So that's what I felt, it was about light. So that's what even the horse is like really lit up. That's what I was going for, going into light, So they kept telling me it's supposed to be transparency, but that just didn't feel like it. Like I heard you guys say transparent, something transparent, but I thought it was just because that's what you first thought is light, Like light was important. In a New Light is the name of the month. I didn't know what the actual challenge was. Maybe you guys told us, but it went over my head. Like I thought, I don't know, I missed the objective to paint something transparent. But I mean, the horse is kind of, it just wasn't intentional, because I don't know, from the start.
They're both super great paintings. It's so hard for me. I'm trying to fit them in with the theme, and they're their own things. Forgetting about theme, I don't know, I guess, because if you can't see it, then I guess we will just have to judge off of, I don't even know. I mean, we both explained. Okay, I remember. Ideas. Well, we were saying like we want to be emotionally moved by the paintings. That's what I heard. So, for me personally, the one that most emotionally moves me is the horse. Like it's like a powerful feeling, and it's like running into wide open space. You don't know what's next, And it's like, it's very symbolic of like, there's chaos and then openness. So for me, like your horse painting just, it hits me the most.
Okay, that's fine. You guys completely done?
So we're not talking about them at all without them here? Everything we have to say is in front of them?
It sounds like they really want us to get out of here, so they can talk like without us here. So maybe we
Jeez,
should just
Dahlia.
go. Well, Mama's made it clear. I mean, if that's what we should do,
I think
then we should go.
it's harder to, like, I guess where my heart is you guys had a lot of pressure. This is like, you know, I mean, there's a lot of things at play here. You're both sisters. You probably want to each win, but you also love and care for each other. And so it's a delicate thing. You're both my daughters, right? And I don't want to like, it's a difficult thing. You have to like disassociate how you feel about people and look at things objectively. And I feel like you guys had a lot of pressure and it was an extremely difficult task. And I think you both did great. I think you both like really, you know, rose to the challenge and, you know, produced 2 really good paintings. And I feel like if I just like say all the things I don't like about both of them and all the things I really like about both of them, I mean, I already said the things I like, it's like disheartening. Like it would be, you know.
I don't think so. Well, based on past experiences, we know that. Okay, I guess we'll just watch the episode, and I think you're saying you're done. It was going really, really bad for a long time, and I knew that it looked bad, and I just had to keep it. There's just a lot of pressure. The whole time there was pressure for me to, it didn't have to be there, but I chose for it to be there, so it was getting annoying, and with that, even though I had music, I was not getting in my right brain.
All of the things that they made as limitations, it felt like it worked out, and it kind of made it easier. So even like not having any help from my mom or Dimitra kind of made it easier because I was able to just think more free, like how I normally do, just when I'm painting, just do whatever I feel like doing. And even not being able to see Dahlia painting, it just made it so my mind was just focused on the painting and I didn't really have any distractions.
I was thinking to just paint over it and just start over and do something that just came in the moment, but I'm happy I didn't do that. So while I was painting over it, I was putting a few brush strokes like over her face. It was all foggy, I did spray paint. In that stage, I just chose to like refine a little bit after that. And so then I kept going. And then once I actually added oil paint, then everything just like completely magically changed. And I got like way more excited for everything. I had really good music playing and I felt like really energized and excited for it. So we had an anticlimactic reaction, but now we can be more real. It's just hard. It's hard to talk about their paintings in front of them because they can be offended and they're listening and like you don't want them to feel bad.
Yeah, I feel like Daphne is not as defensive. Like the worst she'll do is go or something like that, but Dahlia will like totally let you have it. So yeah, well for me, I also feel like it could be hereditary, but I think like generally speaking in our family, we have like really bad reactions to surprises. I know that I do. Like people have thrown me surprise parties and I don't know. It's like when people expect a reaction, then I don't know how to react. Has that happened to you?
I don't know.
Why did you have a weird reaction? Or do you think you had a weird reaction?
Yeah, I think I did have a weird reaction because I was genuinely very excited and like I was expecting, this sounds horrible, but I was expecting to be like really wowed. And they're great paintings. They're definitely probably the best that they've done in the show, but I just feel like neither of them really give that like feeling of in a new light. Like I don't get that message barely at all, like in either of them. Like to me, their colors, it got muddy. Like both of them have some muddy spots and it's just not, like I don't want to say that in front of them, but it's just not like neither of them, I got that feeling.
Yeah, I feel like, I guess was my reaction, is I just wasn't like super impressed or impacted. They were just like, I guess, kind of I think for both of them, the thin, sort of unfinished quality to them, for both of them, made me feel like, yeah, maybe my expectations were too high, but I guess, I don't know. I don't know why I had a weird reaction, but I would say, like, if I saw these paintings like on their easel and they were showing me their new work, I would be like, I mean, it's all right. Like, I wouldn't be, and I get that these circumstances are really different.
Yeah.
And it's like a lot of pressure.
They did have a lot of pressure.
And they don't have very much time. And so, like, probably, I think if I were in their shoes, I would have, like, really played, I would have chosen sources that the sources have some sort of impact. Like, I've seen Daphne do horses that are way more expressive or like impact, even the size of it, the scale of it. If it was just, you know, sort of bigger on the canvas, it would have had a greater impact. And I think that Dahlia, I don't know, like, to me, it does evoke an emotion, but it's kind of like a sad or negative type emotion. Like, I don't get energy from it.
Like, what I would have thought if because she told us the theme and the meaning of it and the poetic, you know, her interpretation, but like, you wouldn't want to put black strings in her heart. You'd want to put like a light shining through her body or something, you know? Like, especially if that's like the meaning she was saying, like, to expose her heart, you wouldn't show black strings, you would show like a light, or I don't know. Like, I would have thought of something different. So overall, I was just, I guess, a little bit in shock, which it's hard because I think if we were here critiquing them while they were, like, we saw the whole process, these would probably be different paintings. They'd be probably swayed by what we tell them. And so it's just, this was very challenging for them because it's a competition. And like you're saying, they have so much pressure. Like, we were already thinking before the episode started, like, the main challenge of this is they're in their own head. Like, they might, like, it might be their fall that they're just, you know, all by themselves to focus, so.
I honestly go back and forth, and I can't really choose a favorite. Like, there's some things I like a lot better about this one, and then likewise, there's things I like better about that one. I think overall, as far as the emotion, I prefer this one. I feel like this has more like hope and energy to it. And I think that, especially from far away, I like the color of over here and the juxtaposition. I love the depth that circle makes. It really goes back. I think that, you know, she did a pretty good job on proportions and form. I think, though, that I would have liked to have seen maybe this red continue, you know, into the white, or if the white was more of, like you said, like a glow, like maybe there was a glowing light in there, like, and it got dark again or something. It feels sort of unfinished on the left side, so that's what I don't like about it. It has a kind of running into nothingness, or running into bleakness, or running into, instead of going somewhere, like if it was light, then I would feel like, you know, better about it. It's like this part of the painting I think is really great. Like, I love this part of it. And the horse makes me feel like that positive emotion, you know? And then Dahlia's, it definitely is poetic and emotional. I just don't get a good emotion from it. To me, she looks regretful or sad. The features, like the mouth and the skin tones, are really nice. I love how, like, clean and crisp the skin tones are. I love the little dots around the eyes. I think the hair is really well done. I like the color of this one a lot. I think that the color is really mellow. I agree with you about the black strings, and to me, where she put the signature feels unfinished. I think that the eyebrows, to me, are off and need some work, like form-wise. So overall, probably I don't know. I can't really decide which one I like better. I think that parts of Dahlia's is better executed and painted better. But I probably would rather live with this one. That one I feel like would make me sad if I looked at it.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with a lot of things you said. It's hard for me to choose, a favorite, but with the emotion, like I was saying before, I really like Daphne's because it has like a powerful horse running. There's definitely some things I would change though, like with the light and just that whole circle to me got kind of muddy. But besides that, it's a strong painting. I really love that whole abstract, wild part of the painting, and I agree. Like if some of it trailed off, or if I could see the horse standing on like a red, like it'd be really cool if there was like a red path of lines kind of coming through the painting to create like a third or something. I think that would add like something good to the composition. And then it would kind of go more with the story, or even it'd be really cool if like the path was like lit and glowing. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
I like how Dahlia's, I think she did a really good job on the face. And it's probably one of the best faces I've seen her do. Because it's like she has really good edges. Like she did a good job on her edges, except for the eyebrows. I know the eyebrows are a little harsh, but maybe the mouth is a little crooked. It's kind of off. The nose and the mouth are like a little weird, but still, it's a really good face. I love the hair. I like those dots. I just wish both of them had more light infused. So.
Do you feel like they challenged themselves with the subject matter, or they went both
I think they
to
both
like
went safe.
a very safe
They
default?
went very safe. Like maybe that's the disappointment I have. Like I just wish they were like more bold and chose an actual like challenging like to end this whole show with like something more bold.
Yeah, I think I just figured out maybe why there was that initial like surprise in a negative way, or kind of slight disappointment, is I was thinking, all today and yesterday, what are they gonna do for light and a transparent object or something transparent, because I've never seen either one of them paint that way. And I've never seen either one of them really paint light. And so, I was really looking forward to see how they would interpret that. And I was also really looking forward to something, because they both do it really well, some kind of like impactful emotion. And that's like Dahlia's forte, and Daphne too. Like they both really do that a lot. And I feel like it's subtle, and I've seen other pieces of theirs have more of that. So I guess that's kind of why my expectation was a little higher than, what I saw. But I don't know. It's like we're not in their shoes. We didn't go through what they went through. It's really difficult to try to pull off a painting in 4 hours with no break, alla prima, no drying time, you just have to do it. And so I think they both did a really good job, and nobody folded. I don't think there's a clear loser or a clear winner. I think they're really even, and it just really comes down to preference and what you want to live with. And I think like as far as competitors, like throughout the whole competition, it's like Dahlia had a lot more peaks and valleys, like, whereas Daphne was like steady at the top, but she didn't have, that I can remember, like some major like, moments where she just shined unbelievably, but she didn't ever fall. She didn't ever crumble. She didn't ever do a bad job, not even one time.
Yeah.
Whereas Dahlia had times where she came really close to losing quite a few times, and she was at the bottom, but then she won some too. And I remember in the surreal challenge, I think Dahlia really shined in that one, and her painting really stuck out to me. Daphne did a great job too in that one. They're very different, you know, as they went through the whole competition.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it'll be interesting to see what Art Club chooses.
Well, the last episode of The Outstanding Artist is coming up. So we're gonna find out who's the winner, and I'm super excited. A little bit nervous, but I think I did my best, and honestly, whoever wins, it will be good. I think both of us did really good all year in every episode. I feel like we were always kind of like, I don't know. I think both of us did really good and really put in our best effort.
So we got to the very last episode of The Outstanding Artist, and now voting is coming up, so it's kind of a bittersweet moment. When I look back at the whole year, I know that I learned so much, and I feel very proud of me and Daphne and myself for coming this far. There were times for sure I felt like I would get out, or that someone would maybe accidentally, you know, that I would get voted off, but the challenges really made me grow a lot. I know that it helped my art a lot. It helped me have the confidence and courage and belief in myself. It meant a lot to me that people were voting for me, and that my art was like, that people could connect to my art. So yeah, it gave me a lot of courage, and I really feel like the whole show was just amazing. It's kind of a sad moment to realize that it's over.
Whoever wins, it's okay, but vote for me if you want. I am really excited, and it's been really fun to be a part of this and to be just challenged every month to do something new and to paint something I've never thought to paint. Here's my studio. This is my easel, some paintings I'm working on. This is where I have my palette and all my supplies. And then my inspiration wall. I like to collect images that I like and just keep them here for inspiration while I paint. So there's my studio.
Most likely if I win, I will just save a lot of the money. Of course, I will spend some of it on art supplies, on really big canvases maybe. I do think I might share a little bit with Daphne. I feel bad to just take it all for myself. Depends. Maybe I will. But I think I'll spend a lot of it for sure on art supplies and just maybe like a little bit of a studio makeover in some way.
I'm really proud of myself that I stayed in it this long. Thanks to anybody who voted for me along the way. It was really fun and kind of weird to think of it as a competition because we're all just artists for life.
I overall just feel grateful for each one of you that voted for me. I just feel grateful for the opportunity that I got to be on the show and that I got so far.
It has been a really fun year. I am really excited to see who's the winner, and thanks for watching.
I can't wait to see who wins.
Wow, so that was a really incredible reveal and really exciting to see what these guys created in just 4 short hours, alla prima, with all that pressure. I can't imagine what it would be like to be in their shoes. And you know, I think it was great that they were able to listen to music so they could just kind of disappear a little bit into their own world. And you know, they both did amazing. I think it's going to be really hard for you guys to choose one and to vote. So I would just go with your gut and try not to talk yourself in and out of your decision. It's really important that you vote. I know you may not want to because it means choosing one and eliminating another. I would hate to vote personally, but it's so important because if you don't vote, there's no way for us to know really who the outstanding artist is this year and who will win that cash prize. So please make sure that you vote. And I would just go with your gut. They both did amazing. I don't think that there is a clear winner and a clear loser. I think it really just is your personal preference of what art speaks to you, which art emotionally grips you, which art sort of captures the idea in a new light. And I would just go with your gut and don't think about it.
So all these episodes, this entire year, it's been leading up to this point, and this is just the most important vote. We really want you guys to vote for your favorite artist to see who will be the outstanding artist. And even if you haven't voted in the past, this is your time. You can watch all the episodes again if you want, but just make sure that you guys vote for your favorite artist, and we will see you in the grand finale.
Hey everyone, so Season 1 originally aired on a different platform in 2020, so all voting is done by now. But to celebrate the public re-release, we're doing a public choice kind of vote. This vote's just for fun, it won't impact the show, but it's super interesting to see how results now compare to when the show originally aired. And on that note, let's look at the results from last episode. So the public choice results this time were very interesting. My jaw dropped. That was my jaw dropping. In first place, with 53.1% of the vote, was Constantino, believe it or not. A complete mix-up from the original results, so that's wild crazy. In second place was Daphne with 29.9% of the vote, and in third place this time was Dahlia with 16.9% of the vote. So quite an interesting mix-up. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts in the comments on why you think results now were so different from what happened originally in the show. And I'd love to hear your thoughts on how you think Dino would have done in the finale. But regardless of that, it's the finale. 2 artists remain, sister versus sister. So vote for your favorite piece down below, and we'll see the results of that next episode.